Hi, we're the Dawn.
And I'm Sean Archer.
And you're watching Behind the Music.
San ka nang galing? San ka nang galing kagabi? Hindi ka tumawag.
Nagsimula yung Delikado as a demo. There was one night, my bandmates and I were making demos over a few drinks. Si Bimbo, our bassist, had some, what you might call, germs of music.
He has a lot of germs.
In his computer. So, one of the songs na almost meron ng shape was what became Delikado. Pinlay lang niya on a loop. I started singing over it. Doon nabuo yung first movement ng kanta. Down the line, we figured, hey, this could be a contender for a single. Some of the guys in the band suggested na maging collab siya. And so, the name of Sean Archer came up. I guess Sean can take over from here kasi siya yung nagkumpleto ng kwento ng kanta.
So, nung na-receive ko na yung demo, since yung first movement nga ng song is from the perspective of a parent, ang idadagdag ko naman is from perspective of the child na rebelde. Actually, ako mabait ako eh.
Buti ka pa, nasa likod mo hindi.
Pero yung mga kapatid ko, naririnig ko pag yung lola ko na, di ka pa umuwi, namamatay na ako dito, kakaalala sa'yo. Yun, dun galing yung word na namamatay.
So, kailangan si Lola mo kasama dun sa...
Songwriting credits.
Actually, those sessions happened a few weeks after we signed with Sony and we've always wanted to collab. And then, I don't know kung si Sancho nag-bring up and said, guys, pakinggan nyo to. Yung mga kanta ni Sean, in particular, yung Patay, we were like, okay to yung ganyan.
Si Maan yung
Ayun.
nagpakita sa.
During that night of working on these song ideas, isang ginawa ni Bim was in that direction. Just in case lang okay si Sean, baka pwede to sa kanya. Buti na lang pumayag.
Alala, tuloy kami. Alam mo naman.
Actually, na-inspire ako sa isang song from Gang of Four. Ano kanta yun, Kicks?
Hindi.
Title ng Jett?
Ako, inspiration mo.
Title ng kanta.
Yung tunog ng Gang of Four may choppy guitar. Was it trademark?
Your lips so sweet.
Yeah.
Damage.
Damage goods. There you go.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you, Sean. To continue, when we started working on the song, on the Dawn side, the guitar players took quite a bit of influence from, like you said, Block Party. Even I was hearing Block Party and Gang of Four at the same time. Medyo in that sense, nag-connect kami lahat.
It's one thing to be influenced or inspired by an artist, like we all are. But if you stick too close to that, kumbaga may foundation ka na hindi mo nilagyan ng building on top of that belongs to you.
To add vocally, I think, especially when I was doing the vocal tracks, I channeled a bit of Joy Division. If you know these bands, you can tell now there's a certain foundation, like he could say, there's a certain ground.
May Billy Idol, Steve Stevens angle pa na pinanggalingan. So we just halo-halo lang namin. Just let those influences kind of seep out.
Ako din, ang dali ko siya nalagyan ng ideas kasi familiar na ako sa building block na genre na yun, which is post-punk, diba?
Yeah, post-punk.
Post-punk. Nag-enjoy din akong lapatan siya ng guitars and stuff.
Lumipas ang oras, bigla pa nalobat. Bukas na ko uuwi.
Actually, ganun ako kasi nung kabataan ko eh.
JB's favorite line was for you, that was the song, right?
Yeah, that was the song. Yeah, I have to commend Sean for it. That line is a fantastic line. Bukas na ako uwi.
Kasi ganun ka.
So kami lahat ngayon bukas na uuwi.
I like that. Basta may part na nagsabay sila and they're coming from different viewpoints.
Makinig ka na lang.
Makinig ka na lang and they're both singing it.
So I think on the parent side, it's coming from a place of concern na delikadong panahon ngayon, makinig ka naman sa amin. I guess from Sean's point of view, it's like there's a communication gap.
Hindi sila nagkakaintindihan, pero pareho yung sentiment nila. At ayaw makinig kasi, pakinggan mo muna ako.
Hindi nakikita ng magulang the concerns of the child.
May overlap eh. Ayan, siya pa.
Ayan, well, same.
Thank you, Bimbo. Okay, next question. I think the most exciting part of the process was when we met Sean for the first time in the studio. Kasi nung binubuo namin yung kanta, hindi pa kami nagmi-meet nun eh. And so, when the time came na we had to record our vocal tracks, doon ko nakita yung depth ni Sean eh, as a young blood, you know, if you will. Parang he's matured already as a musician eh. So, unlike that guy holding the bass in the back, you know,
Isa sa pinaka-memorable experience, ano kasi band sila. Ako, solo artist. So, pag nagsusulat ako ng kanta ko, lahat ng ideas is galing sa akin. Pero sila, pag nagbubuo sila, teamwork sila, tapos naghihingian sila ng feedback from one another. Tapos ang galing kasi, parang nag-join forces kayo ng taste nyo. Parang mas na-elevate lalo yung idea.
nice. Good. Nagets mo yun?
Sana nabay-bay isip nyo, napapagod na ako sa'yo.
When we write songs, eventually, we let the listeners or the audience fill in the blanks eh. In a way, they take some ownership of it based on their own personal experiences. Pero I think yung kagandahan ng Delikado is, it crosses generations eh. You know, whether you're the father or the son or even the apo, di ba? Yeah, di ba? Yes. In the end, you know, it should always come from a place of love, yeah, whatever it is. You know. The song is very aggressive. Kala mo nag-aaway sila. And in some ways they are. You know, there's an argument going on. Pero there are parts in Sean's lyric also na somewhere along the way, gusto rin niyang maintindihan yung magulang niya. And the takeaway there is, I guess there, no? Let it all come from a place of love. And whatever differences you have between family, between friends, between lovers, you know, there's always hope to make it come to a good resolve. Parang ganun.
Though intense yung energy, parang galit siya. Pero again, it comes from a place of love nga. So sana, ma-resolve ng maayos.
Yes.
At kahit na ulitin pa,
Put yourself in someone else's shoes before you judge him.
Parang duality ngayon eh. Positive, negative, right, left. Let's find common ground.
Yeah.
Like even in this song, diba, there was common ground between the father and the son. If we get to see each other's perspective, mas okay yung mundo natin, eh, di ba?
Oh yeah.
Same.
Exactly what si Junboy said. You know, we are living in terrifyingly divisive times. Eh. So,
Middle ground eh.
binary, 0 or 1 eh.
It shouldn't be that way.
Shouldn't be that way. With a song like this, maybe it starts with family. Kung maganda yung komunikasyon sa pamilya, then that's probably an attitude that you can carry on somewhere else, outside of the family, right?
Ako naman, sana matuto sila mag-communicate. So, isa yun sa messages ng kanta na hindi ba nalobat nga yung phone. Pero kung nabanggit mo na nalobat ka, bukas ka uuwi, di
Yeah.
sana okay lang, di ba?
Yeah. Ang galing ng part na yun eh. If I may add to that, no, there are circumstances that will happen beyond anybody's control.
Yeah.
Parang yung nilagay na lyric ni Sean doon. In fact, nalobat siya. Magsasabi naman siya eh. So, and I guess it ties into what Kiko said and JB said about these being divisive times. There's not only lack of communication, but there's also miscommunication eh. And wrong communications, di ba? Makikita natin yan sa social media, the internet, or whatever, di ba? People get into misunderstandings because they don't really care to know or to dig deeper into why that other person is saying that, di ba? So,
Yeah. I mean, the fact na yung narrative ni Sean is bigla pang nalobat, it means that, you know, as a kid, yung he felt responsible na alam din niya na delikado yung panahon. So instead of putting himself in danger na kailangan niya umuwi, wait, teka muna. Parang, Dad, alam ko rin na delikado yung panahon niya yun. So, trust me, ganyan-ganyan.
Trust, yun din.
Yun, di ba?
Trust each other.
Yeah.
thank you for watching Behind the Music.
And make sure to listen to Delikado on all streaming platforms.
Out now.
Out now.
Yeah.
bukas na ako